Hello once more. So, at the end of part 2, we were in the middle of ambushing somebody. Ambushing somebody is much better than being ambushed, believe you me. So if we click this little button here, we can see the map before we do this. I could just auto-resolve it, but I want to show it off. So, now they will be in a line somewhere in this red area. We'll be able to see them, we'll know exactly where they are. We'll be able to set up anywhere around here. Now, I'm hoping they're somewhere down here so that I can set up over here. Or maybe even over here if they're in the middle. We'll see. It depends. But what it also means we can do is we can focus on the things that are dangerous to us, which is really honestly only their missile troops. So
there is glory to be won.
Means when we're fighting this battle, we'll just focus on that. So we still set up the same way. They have a much higher rate of running the fuck away, which is good for us. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, yep, there's their bats. That's the rear of their line. So as you can see, we'll jump in here a bit. So they've got all of their missile troops there, their missile troops as well. So this is just them. They're taking a march, basically. They're coming off to go. They're like, yep, we want to get that settlement over there.
Loyal.
We'll march over there and get it. Unfortunately for them,
Loyal.
we were hiding. And we were just like, you know what's going to happen? We are going to fuck these guys up.
We will obey.
And that is my plan, to fuck them up. So now, what I'm thinking is I want my... So I do find the best thing to do is not fire at the side, fire at them, because these guys will come wide. So what we want to do, it's going to be a little bit hard to set up in the usual way that I do. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to double line. Now the archers won't be able to reach them, but we have a longer range than them anyway. And we'll pop these guys a bit further forward here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to checkerboard these guys a bit.
It shall be done. Orders received. Archers.
You can only go a little bit forward. Can't go very far forward at all.
Understood.
So we'll just take these guys a touch back.
Archers.
There we go.
As you say.
Yeah, actually, let's just checkerboard these guys over here as well.
For duty.
So you can jump in there,
Archers.
in there.
Without
Move
fail.
you to there.
Without fail.
You
Understood.
like so.
Acknowledged.
Whoops. And we'll pop you up here. There we go. Sort of a weird checkerboard, but
As you say.
we'll see how we go with it. Now, we'll pop spearmen there. I don't think they'll make it down to that side, so spearmen here too in a short line.
Heir of Anarian.
Tyrion over here and Phoenix just there.
Eagle claw.
Keep that. Yep, that's fine. Everyone's in auto fire. That's good. And we've got guard mode toggled.
Without fail.
With these things, if you do actually want to change these as permanent, I believe if we go into options, so I set this up ages ago. I think it's in game settings. Maybe not. I probably should have looked up this. I can't remember now. The controls even. Battle controls. Advanced. That'll tell you all of that stuff, that holding control and all that. No, I can't remember where it was that because you can make it so these things are permanent as well, so that they're a default. I can't remember. If you don't want to see that, it's just that little button there as well. And if you don't see that, if you don't see their unit cards,
Archers.
and you want to, that little button there. Should have said that a while ago, but some things that I forget. Alrighty, so we've got shit shooting already, which is good. They're going to be nice and they're going to bundle up, so we are going to get our Phoenix cruising across here, and we want bombs dropped as fast as possible right there, where we can do maximum damage while they're bundled up. Lovely. Keep going, Phoenix. You're doing well. Why aren't you moving? No. Alright, let's get him out of there now. He's getting shot up a fair bit. There we go. So we've done a bit of damage. That's good.
Advance. The greater good.
Alright, let's advance you a bit.
For duty.
And you as well.
Without fail. Archers.
You can jump up over
Orders
here.
received.
Just to make sure we've got more and more things
Spearmen.
ready to go. Alright, spearmen, we'll pull them back a bit. Try and open up for ease of shooting for some of these units so we get less friendly fire.
For duty.
You will try and hit him. So we just want to hold them off. The good thing about this formation, if we keep that open like so,
As you say. Can I be
we
brave?
will still pretty much just hit them.
For order.
Now let's get these back units firing into their ranged units,
For the king.
because that is going to work out very well for us. There we go. So we ran those units off very easily. And now we've got just shitloads of arrows piling into that clump of units, which is nice. They have that's one of their heroes here, fighting Tyrion. Along with getting the crap shot out of him. I'll be hitting Tyrion as well, but that's not too bad. Yes. Oh no, they're bringing in more soldiers. That just means less friendly fire on Tyrion, really. So when that happens,
I am wasted here.
they end up running away more. So, yep, Tyrion's wrecking that master pretty well. He's got high armor, so this is where that sword that he got really plays a part. And there we go. One ambush complete. They did not like that. I don't know if they were in force march, so we'll let the archers just go to town until everything's out of range. Now generally if units get below a certain percentage, so they've got 3 left, that should be wiped out. So I think it's something like they get below 10%, I can't remember exactly. But they should be wiped out, they should be wiped out, maybe them as well? Let's see. Oh, yep, all 3 of those I pointed out were wiped out. I'm all good.
Slaves are always useful.
Now,
Release them.
I'm going to ransom the captives. I don't
Enslave
really... Of all of those injured, I'm not too concerned
They are
about
free to go.
spearmen. Oh, and we managed to wipe them out. Excellent. Oh, Cap's forces are arriving. Alright, so another new mission, search any ruined settlement for treasure. Alright, that's fine. So ruined settlements, you see them, Shrine of Assyrian,
The
that's in
Druki
ruins.
are no threat.
Calador's Repose is in ruins. You can
will drive
search
back
ruins
the
with your
darkness.
lords, but you can also search them with heroes, and I prefer to do it with heroes.
Corruption makes them weak.
You can also colonize them with
Tyrion,
lords.
heir of an Aryan.
Though you will lose
Tyrion,
probably about,
heir
I think it's
of an
half your
Aryan.
troops, except with single entities. and if the Lord is by themselves, then you don't lose anything.
The Druki are no threat.
We've got plenty of cash, so we'll just do that. So yep, still over 7,000 gold. After that,
Orders.
Tyrion is a very, very wary chap. Alright, I have lots of archers.
Light will drive back
They
the
have a
darkness.
level 2 settlement.
Ready to serve.
Now, we can have a look at sort of the garrison details. Can't see
Corruption
how strong they are, so they might be
Protector
damaged like
of the
this,
Everqueen.
or they could be full. They'll be full. They just will be.
The
No one's
Druki
attacked
are
them,
no
so.
threat.
So they've got that unit, and they've got Teneska. Now, the other thing is, this little tiny one. That's a hero.
Oh,
Now, that hero is outside the settlement, not in that army, which means they can't fight. If they're not in the army
shield
or in the
against
settlement,
darkness.
no fighty. Simple as that. But
Light will drive back the darkness.
they're in my range.
Alariel, to victory.
Now, that is wrong, especially in this case. I outrange all of them. Don't get me wrong, they have towers. That's my ability to destroy at least one tower. I'm pretty sure I'll only need one tower to be destroyed. Let's have a quick look. I think I remember this map. Yeah, so they'll have a tower there, so where they're sticking out a bit, there and there. We'll set up over here with the bolt thrower about here, and Tyrion will stand somewhere around here, so the tower will shoot at him. Bolt thrower will take a bit, so he'll probably take a fair bit of damage from it, from the tower. But the bolt thrower will eventually destroy that one tower. We'll move our archers up here, and we will kill everything on the walls, and then we'll have taken the city.
Bring me battle.
And to prove I can do all that, after what I've just said, I'm going to do that. Now, if you've got a lot of melee infantry, for something like this, you're probably going to need to rush the walls once you've taken that tower down. Problem with rushing the walls is you lose a lot more troops than you, because once they've climbed the ladder and gotten on the walls, they're tired, and when they're tired, they take damage easier. You'd probably still be able to take it, but is it worth it, is the question. Now, normally the other thing I do on top of that, now destroying a tower, I'll come into that. Normally what I'd do on top of that is I would take a mage and I would cast many spells into their troops as well. I don't have a mage yet, so can't do that yet. Alright, so at the moment you won't see where the tower shoots, but it's got a cone arc like that, and it just shoots at whatever's closest. He's going to be closest, he's going to get shot at. We keep him off to the side this way, because if I put him here, for example, shots that miss him may still hit my artillery that just hit. So over here is where he stands.
Eagle Claw.
Alrighty. Now, Eagle Claw. Wait, let's put you on not auto shot. So let's put everything on not auto shot. Turn that off. What? Who's over there? Oh, I left my spearmen over there. Oops. We'll try and get them out of that. As you can see, they're getting absolutely fucking wrecked. Anyway, so Eagle Claw has single shot for anti-large, multi-shot for anti-infantry, and multi-shot does better damage to towers for some reason. You'd think single shot would, but no. The other thing is, if these troops were standing more here, once these come in, once the bolts come in next, come on, you'll see quite a few of these bolts do miss. If those troops were standing there, they would get hit themselves.
Spearmen, move.
Alright, spearmen, I want you to come all the way across over here. They'll get hidden, yeah, see how they're hidden now in the forest, so they should not be able to get hit pretty soon. It should mean they'll reorganise the walls as well. Alright, let's speed up this battle. You don't need to, well, I don't need to play these too slowly. Oh, that's probably... Do they have a bolt thrower as well? Let's go have a look at what they've got here. Okay, so that's their sorceress. Back here, they have spearmen. That's what that denotes. Their crossbowmen, their spearmen there as well. And their swordsmen. And the tower is at 65%. We still have about half of our shots left. Tyrion is doing okay because he's a small target, so he's not too easy to hit. Now this is the problem with siege battles, is that they are really easy. Once we have magic as well, you come up with this kind of army, and you've got a magic user that's like a fire mage. You'd have your magic user standing over here, destroying these units as well before you even start with things like archers and that sort of thing. Alright, but now what we want to do is we work out how far they can shoot to. So these guys can shoot to, yeah, so they've got they can shoot to about here, just from that red line. Now we have much better range. Now I don't want to bring these guys in all at once, so I'm going to select 3 and hit G, and that groups them up into these little tactical units, and it gives them a number which corresponds to that same number on the keyboard. So now I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and I can pick the units. And if you double tap like that, it will drag you to where those units are. Now, as you can see, my little yellow line is already at the wall there. We're still a ways off their red line, so let's get closer. And there we are, so we can shoot all that way at the moment. And what we don't want to do is bother with these front ones. So the front ones, now are these actually, so these are dark shards with shields. So you can see they've got shields, plus there's also these crenellations on the walls. Now these guys on the other hand, they've also got shields, but their shields facing that way. So their shields aren't going to do shit. They don't have crenellations to hide behind either. So we'll shoot at these back ones, because we can. And since their shields aren't doing shit, they get slaughtered. Because they're silver shields, so there's different levels of shield. Silver shield, in this case, 55% block rate for small arms fire. Whereas like bronze shield is 25 and a gold shield is about 90. So I don't really remember how many gold shielded troops there are though. Alright, that's probably enough damage so far there. Let's move over to here where they can barely shoot at us. We want to move back a bit. Where they can't shoot at us. Yep, last little volley there. Should be. Now being at this angle, they'll probably still be able to block us with their shields. Let's just get rid of these guys at the back a bit more. Bye bye. Thank you very much for coming. Now, despite what I said before, we're going to have to fire at these guys. I don't really want to, but them's the breaks. So as you can see, we're doing way less damage to them comparatively. We're still slaughtering them, of course. Now, oh, that's nice of them. They brought their spearmen up. So the good thing is, the spearmen again, silver shields, facing the wrong way. So let's reorg ourselves a little bit, just so that we can get clearer shots on them, and slaughter away. Look how quickly that unit dies. Alright, let's stop again, because they're bringing out more units, more troops. Lovely. And away we go again. Oh, we're running out of ammo. Or at least one of ours has run out of ammo. That's fine. We'll let these other two go through theirs. You can see the kills are really racking up. 113, 109. They only got 92, but that's okay. We'll forgive them this time. So as you can see, this siege has gone very well. Don't get me wrong, I will get blasted for things like this. Oh, you shouldn't do things like that. You should charge the walls. It's the right thing to do. It's honourable and blah, blah, blah. You know what? The problem with honour is, if you're all dead, honour doesn't really matter anymore. Maybe that's just my weird opinion, but it's hard to be an honourable warrior if you're already dead. I like having my army, and I don't like having to replace my units. So, replacing them's expensive. Plus, as you can see, so let's have a quick look at this. So, we've got, what, we're rank 2. What are you? You're rank, wait, you're rank 1, and these guys are rank 0. So, rank 2, let's have a look what we got. Range 180, missile strength 24, missile strength 23. And so, basically, you get better as they get their ranks. I think that's a good reason to try and keep your units around. Better units kill things better. Speaking of killing things, these dark shards are facing their shields the wrong direction. So that's a silly thing for them to do now, isn't it? If you're wondering what that purple thing is, after a certain amount of kills, Dark Elves, as one of their buffs, they actually do better in melee. So if you can get that to go off before you get into melee with them, you've got a better chance of winning. Because it only goes off once for the entire battle, and I've got to stop going and hitting that side of the monitor. Alright, they're all gone. Let's see, let's hit these guys a little bit again. Let's get rid of these little remaining units. Not doing a huge amount of damage there, using up a lot of shots though. So we'll wipe some of these ones out here at the back. Now, these guys we need to kill. And it's a little bit more difficult. We don't want to go too far forward. Again, crenellations. They're our problem here. And they're facing shields at us. Oh, and they've got the tower active. Yes. Got to pay attention to that sort of thing. So as you can see, tower active just starts shooting at us. So now towers are only active when there are troops within its little zone of control. So if we slaughter all of these, which we're not doing a very good job of because they're behind crenellations and shields, and we're running out of ammo rather quickly. There goes the ammo. As you can see, they've all gone up a level, so, but what, 60, 63, 86, yeah, they did okay. Got another group to come out yet, and another group there, and another group there, so we've got plenty. And we may as well, since we're here, use up the rest of that ammo as well. Might not even kill anything, hard to say. Destroys the crenellations though, which is something, actually, let's get them shooting over here to destroy these crenellations a bit. Or not, it'll shoot. They're all part of the same unit, so they tend to just sort of target whatever they feel like. Oh well. How many did they kill? 10 kills. So, they were pretty rubbish. Okay, now, back to looking at this. So, we don't want to get closer than that. We don't want to get within there. So, we want to draw them that way. So, if you do it right to, what is it, left to right, they face that way. Right to left, they face the other way. So, yeah, you got to remember that. Otherwise you end up with your troops facing the wrong way, and that's a bit of a fuck up. Alrighty, let's finish off this unit. I don't think they'll be hanging around too much longer. Maybe. No, they're not really dying that much there. So they're being a bit troublesome. So we'll just finish off those other units. Alright, and these dread spears are coming forward. So they don't really have a lot of troops left. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that army loss penalty pretty quickly. Now, because of the way that I do sieges, it is taking a little while. But that's because I like to try and be fairly methodical and lose as few troops as possible. Because you never know what's coming next. Alrighty, that rain is doing nicely. That unit's gone now. So we've mostly got hard to kill things that are hiding behind other bits and pieces left. Oh yeah, we'll shoot at you guys as well. Now, because of the nature of these two units and how difficult they are to get to, they're barely holding on. You can see here, we've killed almost all their units. So what we need to do, I'm going to have to bring in my Phoenix and break these units a bit. There we go, that's good. And that is the army loss penalty. And we've now taken Angerial. So that's the capital of that province taken. That 51 losses for us, that's only because I had to march them across no man's land and they got their shit shot out of them. Otherwise, we probably would have had 0, maybe? Maybe 1 or 2? Yeah, I think we would have lost 2 from there, 2 from there, 1 from there, so 5. And he's made it to rank 6 now.
Take it all.
And we will occupy. Now that doesn't wipe them out. They still have a lord. As you can see, is now attritioning because that's what happens when you don't have a region to call your home. That is, he got a trait because he's defeated Dark Elves so many times, and he gets more leadership when fighting them. As you can see, this is a shitty settlement. It's only at level 1 with a dock. And we have more research available now, so let's grab that. And we've got unassigned skill points. We're going to take bonded service to reduce his recruitment cost, even though it's not really a big problem at the moment.
We are ill at ease.
Now, the next thing I'm going to do, which might seem a little bit out there, I want to try and get the Shrine of Assyrian before they decide to get the Shrine of Assyrian. So I am going to recruit a lord. But not just any lord, a shitty lord. Because I don't need them to do anything other than get this particular thing. So what we want to do is, so you've got here, you've got what their upkeep will be. 213, 250. Now, in this game there's a thing called supply lines. So, for every lord you have, your actual unit costs go up. So, I believe for me it's about 10% because I'm playing on a harder difficulty. On very hard, but on like normal, I think it's only 5% if that. I can't remember exactly, I'm sorry, but... Okay, so Pale and Wan, let's go for you. Yeah, so as you can see, went down by 700. 700. Because, if we go here, now they're 77. He's now 403. 201. So everything went up along with him as Cavill arriving, apparently. And he can't move yet. Next turn, though, we're going to be rushing him over to the Shrine of Assyrian.
I am Tyrion, champion of the Everqueen.
Eltharion, what do you want? You want a defensive alliance? I don't want a defensive alliance. I can get dragged into wars I don't want to be in, but we'll go for a non-aggression pact with him. Non-aggression means I won't fight him. Defensive alliance means if somebody attacks him, I will get drawn into a war with them as well. So, military alliance means if they attack somebody, you get drawn into that war as well. So, got to be careful with these things. Alright, we've got our Elven Gardens. Okay, we've got a quest to get the dragon armor of Anarian. That's one of his special things. To start with, we've got to construct the promenade. And we have to recruit a hero, which was my plan now anyway. Their last remaining lord is now attacking Juriel. None of that's a problem.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Now,
Champion of the Ever Queen.
start by getting rid of that.
I lust.
We'll just, auto resolve, no problemo.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
Now, you can make it all the way there. No, you can't quite make it all the way there because he's now in the way.
For order.
So there's a good chance we've tried this all for nothing and we're not actually going to get that.
The Reaper.
But I'm still going to try anyway. Level for Tyrion, he now gets Draft Master. +1 recruitment capacity for local and recruit rank as well. Again, we're moving through to get those. Elven Healing is another one that's really good. Less attrition and more casualty replenishment rate. Replenishment rate is gold. Alright, and now at Lothern, because we built this. The thing they want us to build is a promenade, which I think is the next level of that. Yeah, so that's the level 3 version of that. And it'll be 3 more turns until we get another population surplus here, which will then let us build up to the Elven Town. But what I can do is get a noble. Now I've got 18 influence, so if I want to, I can get one of these guys. But I don't actually put nobles in armies, except for when they have something like that. Frugal is just amazing. Always have it in an army. Expensive armies are the best ones to have it in. Frugal is awesome. So I'm going to go for a Pale and Wan one. No, I'll go for a squishy one.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Beautiful, that completes that. And as that's still not taken,
I await your command.
that's where we're going to send him, because we have a quest for that. Now, I'll jock through this end turn, just to see if I will be able to get the Shrine of Assyrian. Doubt I'm going to get to. But in the least I can show off. Yeah, I didn't get to. That's a bummer. I was hoping I could show off the search mechanic. Okay, I need to complete a Ritual of Prophecy for that, which is what these are. Not too concerned about this at the moment anyway. And your services are no longer required. See, that went straight up to that, but I'm pretty sure we should be earning more than that.
Servant of the King.
Now that's +10 while he's there. That's at +2, so we're doing alright.
My attention.
Now he can't quite make it to Calador's Repose, so I still will do one more end turn after this because of that. More growth. Now, in this case, do I want that? I can put in walls. I can put in money. What I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to put in that. So I don't really have any enemies around here, so I don't see there being a reason for walls at all.
Order must be maintained.
This is no longer needed at Lothern. That can go away. Which might seem a bit weird, but the extra building is useful.
Shield of Alaria.
I'm going to leave him there for the moment for the purpose of that. And if I wanted to do some intrigue, I could do that. You just need to get him up a bit further than... Oh, he's 78. So I could push him up a bit further and then be able to confederate with him. Which when we... So we'll have a look at quick look at diplomacy while we're here.
Prince of Elfwan, my life do not expect
Do
pleasantries.
all these military access and that sort of stuff. That stops them from being upset when you go through. Confederation's the one that you want with these ones. There's no chance of Confederation right now, so we won't worry about that. Just so that I can show the thing that happens when you go to ruins. We'll go through this and turn. Okay, he's going for that ruin there. That's right. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to be confederating them all as I go. Now, this will get us more influence or less influence depending what we want. I don't mind getting an unhappy populace, so I'm going to go for that. I like having my gold. I'm not worried about growth and that. Well, I am worried about growth, but I don't want to lose influence. I want more influence. So we'll take that one. And while we're here, we'll quickly hit Kalador's repairs. Mission there was successful. And we get to decipher the glyph of the old ones. Now, if you've ever done Sudoku, you should be okay at these, apparently. I personally suck at doing them. So, if you want a little cheat, what you can do is you can go on to a little thing called Google and just Google these, and on Steam there's a little shared file that someone's done up that actually has all of the answers. So this one is that red one there. Influence, wave fragment, all that sort of stuff. Get a Bane shield, that's actually not bad, and 1,000 gold for our treasury. Now, he'll be taking that next turn, that's fine.
Your request.
I need to find somewhere for him to gain influence from. Every time you do that, when you harass people to get influence out of them, that will drop your relationship with them. So I don't want to do that with anyone on this island, because I want to confederate all these people. Alright, Glittering Tower, where it is, it can easily get attacked, so I want to give him a better garrison. And Alothan, I don't know if I've really got anything to build here yet. Yeah, I'll build that one, just for now. Just to get the extra thingamy. Now, here I'm gonna go with securing influence, because at the moment it's something like 4 or something like that, and this will mean it's an additional one. Might even be 3. But there we go. So from here you should be okay to go on. So it's a province secured. You've wiped out your main enemy. If you want to continue fighting things, you've got orcs just here to fight on, and there will be other enemies just a bit further south down here that you can play with as well. Somewhere around here there is a maelstrom as well, where Count Noctilus is. But if we zoom out, there is a lot of territory to go and play with, find enemies at. So like, for example, Aranessa, she's got a city here that you can send that noble to, and lots of places to go. So hopefully it's been informative and useful and all of that sort of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Next one is no longer going to be Tyrion. I'm going to be moving on to how to just do startups for other races and things you should watch out for and all that sort of stuff. So until then, hope you have a good one, and I'll see you there. Oh, yeah, subscribe as well. It's probably a good idea. Yeah.